Today I'm in Bishkek, the capital of a country called Kyrgyzstan. It's Central Asia's second poorest country, and I want to see what the cost of living here is like, because I can imagine it's not that high. Behind me, as you may be able to see on that sign, there's a 24-hour supermarket. In the mall across the road, I just got told off for filming in there, but I'm going to try and show you the cost of living by one of its best barometers, and that's coming to a supermarket and seeing the prices of a few things. The currency conversion at the moment is roughly about 115 Kyrgyz som to the pound, but it's 100 Kyrgyz som to the euro, and it's a bit easier to convert for me. So I'm going to stick to euros for today, but that should give you some idea of the cost of living in Kyrgyzstan. So I'm going to head in there now. Hopefully don't get told off for filming, and we'll see what the cost of living is like here. They do have KFC here, as you can see. Colonel Sanders with his chicken guitar. And here, by the looks of it, is the Kyrgyzstan Supermarket. Apologies for that, I had to put my bag in one of them lockers. So the first thing we come to is one of my favourite drinks, Pepsi. So here, a bottle of regular 500ml Pepsi is about 34 som, which is about 33 euro cents. And then for 50 euro cents you can get the 1 litre bottle of Pepsi, which is like incredible, because obviously in Europe, in the UK, that's probably going to set you back well over €1, maybe even two, especially, you know, in a tourist destination or a major city. Something like that is not going to be that cheap. So here to see those prices are quite incredible. Now Coca-Cola is 3 som more, so again a similar price, maybe 35 euro cents. So that's not bad at all. The value for money just from the drinks, which is usually a good indicator of how expensive things are, is really not bad. I mean, you have some foreign snacks here, so you've got your Kit Kats, your Skittles. Skittles are 56, so 50p for a pack of Skittles, about £1, €1 in Europe. So again, not too bad. There's Kit Kat, what are we looking at? Twix is 30, Kit Kat's 28. So again, 28 cents, 30 cents for a Kit Kat and a Twix. You're looking at double that in Europe. So first impression's very, very good. It's a bit harder to do something like, you know, like a delicatessen like we've got here. I mean, you have a really nice, you know, display, and you've got the meat and stuff, but it all depends on the weight you get in. I'm not sure, you know, that can vary in the UK from country to country. But they've got some bakery stuff here. I have to say, like croissants, say 47. That's probably about 47 euro cents, probably about the standard in a supermarket. But I would say the croissants are bigger here. You probably get more value for money in terms of size when you're paying for it. There's some good stuff on display. You got bread, or a baguette. Everyone loves a baguette, especially the French. So baguette here, 47. Again, I'd say fairly standard price. The bakery stuff, I mean, they sell it fairly cheap because they make it in like bulk. You know, even in Europe, so it's usually not very expensive to produce, therefore not very expensive to sell at. I remember when I worked in Tesco, they used to tell me if we sold one croissant, because they came in like a box, a frozen foods box, if you sold one croissant, it will literally cover the whole box. That's how cheap they were. They're like a fraction of a pence one is like to produce one croissant, which is insane when you think about it. But these supermarket bakeries, they buy so much, they get it so cheap, and then when they sell it on, it doesn't have to be that expensive for people purchasing it. So right now I'm down some like baby aisle, and obviously I don't have a baby, so that's no good for me. But I need to find somewhere that's got something where I know the rough estimated price at home. Here we go. What's this? So litre bottles of Coca-Cola own drinks. You got Sprite, Fanta, Coke. Again, 57, so 57 euro cents, that's not bad at all. The 2 litre versions, 89, so 89 for this big bottle of Coke, which, you know, 89 euro cents is absolutely nothing at all. That's actually like incredible, really. You're looking at least, especially with the sugar tax at home, Coca-Cola is probably about 2.50 now. So you're looking at what, about 3 times the price at home for something, you know, like that. Oh god, I'm going down here, but there's music. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Very loud. Yeah, Nutella. This will be a good one. Nutella, presumably they import it. Obviously Nutella's Italian. They import it here for, well, if you buy it, for example, so a very small jar, 204 some, so about €2, €3.50 for a medium jar of Nutella, and a large one is almost €6. So very, very expensive if you're coming here to buy Nutella. Unfortunately, it's probably one of them imported things, so it's got a lot of tax on it. So you're probably looking at home for like a big jar of Nutella like that, maybe £4. So Nutella is actually more expensive in Kyrgyzstan than at home, but you've got to think they import it probably a longer distance. It's probably one of those more novelty items in a supermarket, you know, you get as a treat. Like, you won't buy Nutella probably every week unless you were completely obsessed with it. So yeah, that's not too bad. Here we've got Nesquik. That's another good one. So a bag of Nesquik here, which probably, that's quite a big bag that. If you've got a smaller bag, yeah, smaller bag of Nesquik, which is probably equivalent to a regular box in the UK, £2.75. That's again very similar prices. I'm not sure again whether that's something they import. Maybe that's why it's a bit more expensive. I don't know, but I actually really like Nesquik, so I've not had it in ages though. But I would say that's probably roughly about the correct price. And one thing they do have here is Nesquik Banana Crush. Now, I love banana flavoured things, and they're not really that easy to come by in the UK. But that's actually, that looks incredible. It's a shame I'm not staying in like an apartment. I'm staying in a hotel, because I'd definitely get that for my breakfast. Give that a try. Banana flavoured cereal sounds right up my street. But anyway, moving on to somewhere else. I want to try and avoid like arts and crafts, because again, it's hard to tell, you know, what's what. It's hard to get an indication of the price of things, because obviously they will wildly vary by country to country. It's not really a fair slate. Here they have milk, so 49p for a litre of milk. I would say it's a little bit more expensive in the UK. It's probably about 75p, so roughly about 90 cents. So it's probably about half the price for milk, which isn't bad at all. This, however, is what I'm desperate for, some water. So that's 25 cents for a litre of water, or 19 for half a litre. So that's like super cheap. That's like really cheap compared to home. So like, that is one thing that is a fraction of the price in Kyrgyzstan, is drinks. It's absolutely crazy. And there's some beer here, although I don't know if this looks like it's non-alcoholic. In fact, all this beer is non-alcoholic. I don't know how much non-alcoholic beer is at home, because I don't really drink it. So it's hard to do a comparison. I would say maybe a bottle of Beck's at home you probably get for about £1 or something. The non-alcoholic version here, maybe just over €1. The non-alcoholic version here is almost €2. So I would say that's pretty expensive, but you're buying by the bottle rather than, you know, a 4 or a 6-pack or something like that. So it's probably bound to be a little more expensive. We'll continue on. They've got some cool stuff in here, you know, loads of toys. Got a bit of everything really. Fresh fruit and veg. Some crisps. I'll have a look at some crisps over here. So we got Lay's. 67p for quite a big bag. Again, that's probably the same price as at home, but the actual volume of crisps, the actual quantity of crisps you get is more. So I would say a lot of the stuff here, like this, particularly the crisps in the bakery, you're paying similar prices to home, but you're getting more. So the value for money is greater than obviously the UK, which isn't really surprising, because the UK in many ways is a massive rip-off. Something again here that is more expensive, Oreos, so 162, so about €160, and that at home would be about 99p, so about €1. So it's quite a lot more expensive to shop here for, I think, for maybe like more American, European, foreign sweet treats than it is at home, but everything else seems to be like markedly cheaper. Got here some sweets, what like them Maltesers biscuits at home. Again, they've just come out Presumably this is all in English, so they've imported it. So it's almost €3. At home you're looking at maybe £1.50, €1.70, something like that. So it's very, very like a big markup, but presumably they pay a lot of tax, therefore when they're importing it you have to charge more to get the money back. A small thing of Skittles are about 70 pence now at home, so about half the price, 34 euro cents, 35 euro cents, something like that. Snickers again, 33 euro cents. What you're looking at home, maybe in Europe you're looking at €1, something like that. Hi. People getting involved in the vlog, I rate that. To be fair, like, you do get like a lot of attention. Like, I've accidentally like turned the camera around when there's someone in the way, and some people panic, some people like that, they're just dead chilled about it. Here we go. What have we got down here? Tuna. None of this is tuna. What on earth is that? Is that catfish in a can? Oh my days. I'm not a fussy eater. I do like trying new stuff. One thing I do not like, fish. I'm really not a fan of fish. I don't mind some tuna, that kind of thing. I will eat some. I've tried like rotten shark in Iceland, which is absolutely minging. I would never try that again. But it's just I don't know why. I don't get how people can enjoy fishy taste. The smell is disgusting. The taste isn't much better. I mean, I'd always be up for trying something if, you know, we went to a restaurant later and they did have catfish on the menu or whatever, and he said you must try it. I'd probably give it a go, but yeah, just not for me. One thing I definitely know the price of is this. We've got a whole thing dedicated to it. It's like a big bottle of tomato ketchup is €2. I would say that's fairly standard, to be honest. I would say a big bottle like that, maybe looking at about £2.50, so maybe closer to €3. But here, it's obviously only, I don't know, €2.10. And I'm going to take a photo. I'm going to take a photo for my mates, because I've got a couple of mates and they buy Aldi ketchup. And that's fair play if you want to, you know, save money or whatever. But my argument is, Heinz ketchup is so much better. It tastes much better. It's the real deal. And they claim that it's all bottled in the same factory and it's the exact same sauce in different packaging. Now, if you actually know the answer to that, let me know in the comments. I think they're bullshitting me, but I just can't see, when I can taste the difference, how Aldi ketchup and Heinz ketchup is the same. I'm not having it at all. So here we go, some Barilla pasta. Moving on swiftly, some Barilla pasta. So this is quite expensive in the UK because I think it is imported from Italy. The team, one of the teams I support, AS Roma, they used to be sponsored by Barilla, I think. So I quite like looking out for that pasta just because they used to sponsor Roma. So football sponsorship can work. And obviously here it's €1.10, which probably on the continent is about right. At home, Barilla pasta is more expensive because it's like a brand. So usually you just typically get like Tesco's own pasta or whatever because it's cheaper. So a bit like here, they've got like own brand pasta, and as you can see, you know, 46 euro cents, it's a lot cheaper. But like the Barilla stuff, that's the that's where it's like dead expensive at home, because I think again it's like imported, you know. So yeah. Right, what else can we look at? What else can we look at that I know? That's the thing. I want to go to some alcohol, because the price of beer is always a cracking indicator of how expensive somewhere is. Now, I think Kyrgyzstan, they've got a couple of mosques here. I think they're a majority Muslim country, but I presume, just looking around here, that there's a lot of drinkers, which obviously Muslim faith isn't something they do, but here there's probably a mix of people who are religious and aren't. But here there's like obviously British and Irish stuff. Got Jack Daniels, £24, again 70 centilitres. That's probably a bit more expensive than at home. It's probably about maybe 18 quid. I don't drink a lot of Jack Daniels, but I used to work in Tesco, and I just remember sort of the prices from there. It could have gone up in, you know, in the 4 years since I worked there. But let's have a look at the beer. Let's see if we can find some beer There's a lot, if you look around here, there's a lot of liquor. I mean, this looks like some Kyrgyz thing, because this is the pattern that's on the Kyrgyz flag. The vodka, 300, so £40. I mean, I'm presuming that's their version of Grey Goose. That's a nice bottle, that. Frosted glass. I presume that's the Kyrgyz Grey Goose. I presume that's what that says, Kyrgyz Grey Goose. No, probably doesn't. Like, look at that. That's 46 quid. Like a leather on the bottle. Here we go. Budweiser, big bottle of Budweiser, €1, sorry, €1.05. I keep mixing up euros and pounds. They're roughly the same. This is one of my favourite beers. You can get Miller Lite twist cap. First time I had one of these was when I went to Budapest in 2015. The screw cap Miller. They were ice cold out this fridge in the supermarket we went to. So good, oh my god. Yeah, I just remember chilling on the balcony in Budapest, smashing a few of these down before the night out. Unbelievable. I want to know what the Kyrgyz beer is, if they have any. Could be this stuff. This is one thing you get a lot in Soviet countries, is beer in plastic bottles. You don't see that at home, but yeah, beer does come in plastic bottles here, so you always know you're in an Eastern European or a Soviet country, you see the beer in plastic bottles. One thing I have seen, I saw an advert outside for Urban, which is a beer. I mean, that's 56 euro cents, so about 50p. So that's very cheap. And a couple of my mates as well are cider drinkers, and it's hard to find cider, you know, the further east you go, but here they'd be well catered for. Some Weissberg, raspberry cider, cherry cider. I presume this is cider, by the way, just assuming. Got some Heineken here, cans of Heineken, just under €1. So the beer is a bit cheaper. I mean, we'll see when we see the draft stuff later, what the real prices of things are. But obviously this, so yeah. So yeah, I would say beer's a bit cheaper in the supermarkets, not that much cheaper. So it's not too bad. But I wouldn't say it was. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like that much cheaper here. I think we'll find out later when we go out and get a few beers on tap, see how much it really costs then. Because obviously that's a bit more expensive in the UK when you're going out for drinks compared to when you come to the supermarket. And I think the difference will become clear then. But I tell you what, you know what, I'm dying for some water now. Really, I need something to drink. Looks like a thing here. That's it, flavoured water, I just want plain. There you go. I'll buy that. So how much was that? No pricing on there. I'll just get it anyway. And then you've got a lot on the tills. Like stacked with a lot of sweets. Trying to get some extra sales in. Cigarettes are quite a bit cheaper. Winston cigarettes, 94 euro cents, which in the UK they're probably about 10 times cheaper. They're about £10 a pack, cigarettes in the UK. So here, the fact that, you know, you've got so many that are so cheap, that is one thing. Like, cigarettes are taxed so highly in the UK, and rightly so, my opinion. I don't know why they're even on sale, but yeah, that's insane. Like 10 times more expensive in the UK than they are here. Спасибо. Спасибо. Yeah, sorry about that. I just had a bit of a nightmare there. I was trying to pay sort money that I obviously don't know the value of it. Trying to figure out what coins and what notes are what. Absolute nightmare. But my conclusion, in conclusion, I would say Kyrgyzstan, the cost of living based off the supermarket is a lot lower. I did read on the internet that their like average GDP is something like $5,500, which in pounds is, you're looking at maybe £4,000, £3,500, something like that. So like the wages are a lot less here, the cost of living is a lot less here, and so therefore, you know, it's not really a surprise that the supermarkets are a lot cheaper. Other than imported goods where the taxes are probably sky high, everything is pretty much a lot cheaper or more value for money. So yeah, so I hope that video was helpful and gave you some idea of what the prices are like here in Kyrgyzstan if you ever decide to come. I'm always interested in looking around supermarkets when you get to a new country and sort of seeing what the prices are like. So like I say, I hope that was helpful for you too. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.